What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Bree, and in today's video we are going to be doing an everyday makeup look. So something that you could wear to the office. You know, you want to be beat, but then you don't want to be too beat sometimes, so you can wear it there. Or if you're just going to dinner or church or brunch, just out, but you want to look cute but not too done up. I'm gonna do my best because sometimes I could just get going and then it turned into a full glam. So it's gonna be like an everyday beat glam, if that makes sense. So that's the look that we're going to be doing. I purchased some new products from Sephora during their Sephora Vib sale. Unfortunately, by the time this video goes up, the sale will be over with, but I feel like they usually do another sale during the holidays, usually kind of like after like Black Friday, definitely before Christmas. So I'll try to, you know, let y'all know. If you're not following my Instagram page, please do so. I post all types of deals, coupons, anything that I get sent to me personally, you know, with all the emails that we get, I usually post on my Instagram page. So follow me over there because you'll be the first to know about any new sales. But yeah, all of that being said, keep watching so you can see how this look turns out. All right, y'all, so surprise, your girl's actually gonna be talking during this video. So hopefully it doesn't get too long-winded. I didn't mention it before. Go ahead and grab a snack and drink just in case, but I'm gonna try not to do too much yapping. So let's get started. So first things first, we gotta protect ourselves. So this was not purchased at Sephora, but I did get this off of Amazon. This is the Beat Bib. So yep, but yeah, got this off of Amazon. I think it was like 25 bucks or so. But basically what you do is you wrap it around you, and it like just has like a little Velcro snap, but it keeps you from getting makeup and powder and everything all over yourselves. Because if you are not new to the BFF gang, you notice anytime I do any type of makeup, there's foundation going somewhere, there's powder going somewhere, it's something going somewhere. It's always something on me after or by the end of the video, which is why I usually have on a robe or my little towel wrap or something. But yeah, but I was like, you know what, we about to get a beat bib so we don't be messing all our clothes up, or if I ruin one more robe, gonna be upset. But anyways, I love it. So that's what we're using. So if you're wondering why I got a bib on, it's a Beat Bib. So yeah, but first things first, getting started. I wanted to go ahead and get these lips put together. They're a little dusty and crusty right now. Let me not drop this, but this is the Huda Beauty Silk Balm Honey Kiss. I picked this up during the Sephora sale. I've actually used it a few times, y'all. I love it. It is very moisturizing. There's been some days where this is all I wear. I always put this on before I start my makeup and whatnot, but very moisturizing, gives my lips like a nice sheen and everything. So this is definitely something that I would like say go add to cart like right now. But of course, next up we got to get the face all primed and put together. So I am going in with my Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Y'all know this is Bay, so just gonna go ahead and get started with that. So next up, I'm going to be going in with this Milk. This is the Hydro Grip Eye Primer. So another Sephora pickup. So basically it is supposed to help with under eye creasing. But what I'm gonna do is, well, first of all, let me show you guys. So this is what the little applicator looks like. It's kind of like a clear like color. But what I do is I just go ahead and put this all underneath my eye. So like I said, this is supposed to help avoid any type of creasing. So you know, when you put your concealer on and everything, sometimes it'll crease in those areas. So this is just to kind of help out with that. And then you can also use this product on your eyelid. I usually use concealer to prime and prep my eyelids for eyeshadow, but I've used this a few times now, probably 2 or 3 times, and I really do like it. I feel like it has helped a lot with my creasing. All right, so just for the sake of time, I will be doing some things off camera. That's my usual go-to. So went ahead and did my powder, which y'all know, or if you're new to the BFF gang, I do put powder on before I do foundation since I am oily, and then I just went ahead and did my brows off camera because ain't nothing really new there. So yeah, but now it is time for foundation. So I'm doing a little foundation cocktail. So today's cocktail is going to be the NARS. This is the All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. And then I'm also going to be using my Pat McGrath. This is her Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. So these two together make the perfect combination. one little BFF tip, that's because we're gonna call them, like I say, Brie tip, BFF tip, one or the other. Make sure when you're doing or putting on your foundation, if you're using a brush or a makeup sponge or anything like that, you really want to make sure to get them ears, honey. Get the ears all on the sides, and then you also want to bring that foundation down, as you saw, down to your neck, because sometimes you'll notice, you know, even with finding foundation, it may not match your neck exactly. So people can tell when your neck is one color and then your face is another color. So you just want to make sure that you're kind of blending that down, which is why, of course, you know, just having something on, if you're wearing white, I put like a bonnet over my face and then put my shirt on, because I put makeup all down here, and if you're wearing white, you know, that can just be automatic, like, oh my gosh. So yeah, so that's like your little Brie tip, BFF tip. Okay, so I went ahead and got my eyes ready for eyeshadow. So what I usually do is I use this NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, put that all over my eyelids to blend that out, and then I set it with powder. I use my Makeup Forever. This is the Ultra HD setting powders. If you are new here, this is my favorite powder right now. So this is definitely bomb. I picked mine up from Sephora, but definitely good. I've got it to set concealer, and then I also use it as the powder to set all over my face. I have it in shade 3, and I believe the color for that I set all over my face is going to be 5. So yeah, so that's kind of like a little bit of reference. But for today, we are going to be using the Jaclyn Hill. This is the Divine Neutrals palette. I did do a video on this palette, so I'll have it linked as well. What I'm going to do is going to be a very simple eye look. I feel like it's a good look that will, you know, it's very classic, basically. So people will be like, ooh, I love your makeup, but it's not too much and stuff. So you're still gonna look good without too much effort. So yeah, so to go ahead and get started, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a transition shade. So I'm gonna start off with this first one, which is going to be Good Vibes. And I'm just gonna take a little fluffy brush. It is almost washed away from my brushes. So yeah, but in the meantime, between time, this is what we're gonna be doing. So I'm just gonna get enough on here, tap off that excess, excuse me. I will say there will be a lot of excess, and just be careful because, you know, as you see, we already have our foundation on. So you just want to be mindful of that. But yeah. So you basically want to use windshield wiper motions. And then something that I have learned and I've been doing is I go ahead and open up my eyes. So, you know, getting started, I have the eye closed, but then I also want to see how that shadow looks with my eye open, because your eyes are gonna be open. So yeah, so this is one of a good key when you are doing eyeshadow is just open up that eye, just to make sure you are, you know, hitting all the areas that you need to. Sorry, I'll try to come in a little bit closer for you guys, but then this will also help me because my light is right here. So yeah, so we're just gonna get that all blended, and then you even want to bring it into like the nose area. I know for some this will help with like contouring and, you know, getting that nose snatched. So it just kind of is a, you know, a quick process before you actually do, if you decide to do or contour your nose or anything. But yeah, so we're just gonna get that all blended in, and basically with me, blend, you can't blend no more. That is key, and it will take time. And if you do have the time, take your time and stuff, because that is going to be key. You know, people can tell when you rush something, so you just want to make sure that it's very blended out, because, you know, with eyeshadow, especially if you go in with the shade that's a little bit darker, you can tell when it is off a little bit. So yeah, so feel free to go in and add more. I usually like to start off light, because then you can always build it up. You don't want to go in too heavy and then, you know, have to try to really correct it. It's tougher to correct it than, you know, just to kind of add on and whatnot. So yeah, so now I'm gonna go in with the lid color, but I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. This will be my first time trying this, but I saw y'all know who I'm about to say, Tasha. She actually used glitter glue, which I have used on my channel before, but she used it for matte eyeshadows. And when she was mentioning it, she was saying that, you know, when you put on matte eyeshadows, it sometimes doesn't come up very well, so she used glitter glue, and I was like, shut the front door, because I always end up having to like pack on a lot of it, because I'm that person, I'm like, I can't see it. So yeah, what I say with glitter glue is you don't want to use a lot of it, so you literally want to use just, I guess, a little squirt for lack of better words. So yeah, so I'm just going to put that all over the eyelid, and if you feel like there's too much, you know, feel free to put it on that other eyelid so you don't pack it in too much. You can always add more, like I said, but put it in the area where you know you're going to want your basically your lid color to lay. So hopefully you see I am bringing it up, because you know sometimes you just think a lid color is literally just like right here. Now we got to bring that up some, like right up in here. So it's going to be blending into that crease shade that we just put on. Okay, so the glitter glue is on, and I know it's on because I feel my eyelids sticking together. So if you feel them sticking, that's a good thing. That means it is glue. So next up I'm going to go in at this next shade. It's a little bit lighter. So this is called Just Barely. So this guy right here. So I usually don't go too light, but just light enough for me. We're just going to put that pretty much all over the lid. And then just pack it on, but I'm hoping with me using that glitter glue I won't have to use nearly as much. Ooh, y'all, it worked. Oh, game changer. I now know what to do when I use the matte shadows. Because I guess on my channel I've always done glitter, but sometimes I dibble and dabble in the matte shades as well. But as you can see, of course, it's not blended out right, but you see that color is popping, so yeah. So don't forget, you want to make sure that you open up that eye as well. I know it'll be a little bit tougher since you know you're putting the shadow on, but you really want to make sure that you are blending it up. All right, so I'm liking how the shades are looking. It's looking a little bit harsh on here. So what I like to do is just tap back into that Good Vibe shade that we used at first. And then we're just going to make sure that it is all blended together so it just flows seamlessly with that lid color. Okay, so honestly, you could stop right here if that's enough for you, but you know, part of the BFF game, we gotta just add a little bit more extra. So I wanna deepen up my outer corner. So I'm actually going to go in, I'm gonna start off with this shade here called Booked. So it's not like that true chocolate brown, because I don't want anything too dramatic since this is kind of like an everyday look. You want something simple. So yeah, so I'm gonna go in with that shade, and then you can always, you know, deepen it up as if need be. Make sure ain't no color on here, because my brushes, sometimes I buy multiples of them and I'm like, is this look dirty? I don't know. I need like a dirty pile and a clean pile. So yeah, so we're gonna just dip into that shade there, tap off that excess, and then yeah, so we're just gonna put that in the outer corner. And I like it. Yeah, so it's like just enough warmth, kinda, just to deepen up that eye look a little bit. So yeah. And you want to make sure that you blend that into the crease as well. You don't want to just have that shade just sit like right here on the edge. You want to make sure that you're blending it into the crease. But what I like to do is just kind of, you know, tap it onto the edge and then kind of blend. You can always go back in and, you know, clean up any mistakes or anything. But yeah, just kind of get that color up in there. Okay, so now that we got that shade on, we want to go in and kind of, you know, buff it out a little bit. And also want to kind of clean up that lid shade just a little bit. Went a little too ham. So yeah, so that's the thing with eyeshadows. You just got to keep playing with it. Once you kind of have those 2 or 3 shades kind of on the eyelids. Sorry, braids getting in the way. Once you have those shades on the eyelids, you just want to make sure that you keep kind of playing with it, blending it out. Don't be afraid. You know, if you mess up, you can always, you know, try to clean it up. Just make sure that you're building and blending. Those are your 2 words of the day, building and blending. So yeah, so I am liking how the eyeshadow looks. So as you can see, it's pretty simple. You know, sometimes your eyes may not look the exact same, because I think I'm noticing this eye over here is a little bit deeper than this one. So of course we can always change it up and fix it. And if you watch my videos before, you know, sometimes my eye look, I'll go back in later on and be like, no, I'm not feeling this. Let me go ahead and change it up a little bit. So yeah, so don't be afraid to do that. It's not gonna be one and done. Okay, so for concealer, we got some new products. So I picked up the Beauty Bakery. This is the Instabake 3-in-1 concealer. So their shades are a little bit different. So the higher the number, the lighter the shade, if that makes sense. So I have number 8, which is Karak Chai, and then I also have number 7, which is Creme Brulee. So 7 is going to be a little bit darker than 8. So what I like to do is go in with the first highlighter shade, and I'll show y'all. It's kind of like got a pointed tip basically, so I like it. So pay attention, this is your next BFF tip. So what I like to do is, you don't want to put, and I mentioned this in another video as well, you don't want to put your concealer directly underneath your eye. So learn that from Tasha. So because once you put that concealer underneath your eye, where that concealer goes on, that's where it's going to lay. So if you have creases under your eyes, which we all naturally do from just smiling, or you may just already naturally have some creasing in there, once you put that concealer, that's where it's going to settle. So no matter how much blending you do, that concealer has already settled into those fine lines. So what you want to do is take that concealer and just go right underneath. And I know everybody kind of lays their concealer a little bit different. I'll just show you kind of how I lay mine. So I kind of put mine around the smile lines and just underneath the eye. So you see it's not necessarily in the crease, but right underneath the eye. I also like to put it down the nose some. I like my forehead, 5 head. I also like to go right underneath my nose right here. And then I also like to put a little bit on the chin. So yeah, so that's first coat. It looks a little crazy. And then I like to go in with the lighter shade and just kind of put that right up in here. So this is somewhere where you can do this after you've blended it out, just to add just a little bit more of a highlight, but mine, I like to just go ahead and put that in. So we're gonna let this sit, and then we're gonna contour. I've used this Makeup by Mario. This is the Soft Sculpt Shaping Stick. Poreless. I got the shade Dark Deep. So while I let my concealer lay, I go ahead and do my contour. So what I like to do, kind of slide it right in here so I don't go down too low, and just make sure that's kind of like right up under that highlight. And of course I gotta get my forehead. Sorry, I'm laying my edges, so that's why the scarf is in the way. But right there, and then I also like to put it right here as well, just to really kind of sculpt out the face. So yeah, so this is a really good product. Picked it up from Sephora, so if you're looking for a new contour stick or you're not afraid to contour, this is a good one here. And then we're going to blend it all out. Okay, so contour's blended out. I know it's looking a little harsh, but we're gonna go back over it here in a second. But now it's time to go ahead and blend out this highlight. So I'm going to take, I have a damp makeup sponge. This is my one from Beauty Bakery, and then we're just going to blend all of this out. Okay, so now that we've got, you know, of course that concealer has been sitting underneath the eye. So when you go to blend it out, you want to bring it up under the eye. So we're still going to bring it up underneath, so it's not just, you know, like two harsh lines underneath, but it won't be actually settling too much into that under eye as well. You also want to make sure that you bring it down the side of your nose as well. It's kind of like a little bit like a reverse contour. Okay, so we got all of the concealer blended out. So this is when I like to take like the bottom part of my sponge. But what I like to do is just press out those harsh lines. So as you can see, we got a harsh line right here, of course over here, a little bit by the forehead, kind of around my mouth a little bit. So you just take the butt of that sponge and go all over your face and get any extra product off, and then just make sure everything is blended well together. Voila, so still looking a little bit harsh, but of course once we set everything with powder, it's all gonna come together. All right, so next up is going to be setting my under eye. You really want to make sure that you set it immediately after you have blended. So I got my Makeup Forever powder. Excuse my washer or dryer going off, a little extra music on there if y'all can hear it. But yeah, so I'm going to take this pointed Morphe brush. This is an M448 brush. So I'm just going to tap that into my powder, tap off the excess. I'm sure you see all the smoke flying. I'm like, I'm losing product, y'all. But yeah, so now you want to make sure that you go directly underneath the eye and make sure that you set it. So you may have to like look up a little bit, which I know it's like I can't see, but just to kind of really get up under that eye. So basically anywhere that you put concealer, you want to set with powder. And then next up, I'm going to go in with an all over face powder. I think I'm going to use this one. I usually use my Sephora powder, but I've been switching it up a little bit. And I've been using this Black Radiance Soft Focus powder. This is a really good powder, very inexpensive. It's considered like a drugstore. So I know I've been using some pricey stuff on here, but here's my drugstore one. I'll be at the Black Radiance True Complexion Soft Focus Finishing Powder. I got the shade, I don't even know if there is a shade on here, honestly. Yeah, if I find the shade, of course, I'll have it linked down below. I think I picked this up from Target, I was like, okay, cool, we can get makeup from Target. So yeah, so I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush and I'm gonna put that in here, just to get enough, sorry, my brush is a little bit dirty. Take off the excess. So I'm gonna avoid the under eye, but I am going to go all over my contour just to kind of tone it down some. Gonna go in with this Pat McGrath powder. Pick this up during the Sephora sale as well. So this is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. So specifically for under eye. So I got the shade yellow. So I'm going to take that same pointed brush and tap that on here as well, and go directly underneath the eye. Okay, so now we are going to go back to the eyes. So this is when I like to do on my liquid eyeliner. So I have the Morphe, I've used this before as well. This is the felt tip liquid liner. I believe this is the shade Ink, I believe. But yeah, I got this on sale at Morphe for like $6, but I really do like it. And the tip here is like I said, a felt tip liner, so pointed. So what I like to do is going to be hard for me to, you know, talk through this, but what I do is I start in the middle of the eye and just like flick my wrist out to kind of create that base, and then that's when I go in on the inner corners of my eye and then clean it up on the side. So yeah, so I'm actually going to bring you guys a little bit closer so y'all can get out up in it and see how I do it. So as you can see, I went a little too far out, so probably gonna try. I mean, I kind of like it, but I don't know if I'm gonna get the same effect on this side. Usually I don't like to clean out my eyeliner because every time I do, I end up messing it up. But yeah, so we're gonna leave this the way it is right now, and then we're gonna do the other side. Okay, so that is the eyeliner. We're gonna leave it the way it is. Also, because I do put on false lashes, I will be doing that today. So we're gonna do that later. So sometimes it kind of covers up any mistakes that I've made with my eyeliner. So yeah, just kind of hold off on and see how it is. You can always clean it up with concealer afterwards. But I also want to go in and line my waterline. So I'm going to be using, this is also a pencil I picked up during the Sephora sale, but this is the Makeup Forever. This is the Aqua Resist color pencil. I got it in the shade Graphite, which is number 1. But I've used this one a couple of times as well, and I like it so far. It even comes with a sharpener, which I thought was super cool. But yeah, just like a pointed liner. last but not least, I'm gonna prime my lashes. So I'm gonna be using the Milk makeup. This is the Kush lash primer, y'all. I love it. It's definitely heavy too, but love this primer. I actually love it better than the Lancome, which I think I've mentioned before. And I got this, y'all, for $8 at a Marshall's, I believe. So yeah, I've told y'all, don't be sleeping on Marshalls or TJ Maxx, because I think it's regularly priced for like $20 and it's still around. It's not something that Milk discontinued. So yeah, if I run out, I'm definitely gonna be trying to find it at at a Marshall's or a TJ Maxx. So eyelashes look crazy. So now's the time I like to go in with my eyelash glue. So my liquid liner should be dry right now, but you know, wait till it's dry to use a different type of one. But this is also a new product picked up during Sephora sale. This is the Sephora Clear Brush Tip Eyelash Adhesive. I wanted to try something new since I had my Duo one for a while, but I love that it has the brush tip applicator. Definitely makes it easy to apply, but I'm the one that likes to put eyelash glue on directly on my eyelids instead of the eyelash. I don't know why, it just helps me apply my false lashes easily, I guess, because I've tried it before and it took me once again forever, y'all, to put on false lashes, but I feel like putting it directly on the eyelid helps. Awesome, so we're gonna let that sit while we go back to work on the rest of the base. So next up is gonna be bronzer. So I'm going to go in with my Morphe bronzer. This is the Glam Bronze Face and Body Bronzer in the shade Leader. So I'm gonna take my little angled brush here. And I love it because it actually has a mirror on it, but a huge palette. So I was like, I don't know if I'll ever get through this, but yeah. So we're just gonna take a couple of pats and we're going to kind of put that in the area where we contour, not too much. I'm actually gonna go ahead and do blush. So this is a Sephora blush. This is in the shade Date Night, and this is a really pretty pink color. I was a little worried about it because of how pink it is, and y'all know I'm melanin, but it actually looks really pretty on. So yeah, the shade Date Night. So I'm gonna take another angled brush, tap that in here, and we're just gonna go right over that bronzer. So you just want everything to blend, so you don't want to go directly on your cheeks like how we used to, but just make sure everything is blended up. Awesome, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. But yeah, I can totally see it now. But yeah, I'm gonna go in with this Makeup Forever powder. And I'm going to take my makeup sponge here and I'm gonna tap it into the powder. So about that much. And I'm gonna chisel this out. So we just wanna make sure everything is nice and chiseled because as you can see, it's a little all over the place, but not too bad. So yeah, we're just gonna put that there and we're gonna let it sit. So this is kind of the time I like to go back over my eyeshadow just to make sure everything still looks good, because you know, sometimes with blending you might blend a little too far in or whatever it may be. So I just want to make sure it all looks good. I feel like we've let this powder bake on the sides of my face enough, so I'm just going to take that same powder brush I used earlier and we're just going to wipe it off. So as you can see, face is snatched on this side. And this side too, but as you can see, it just kind of like you know, just kind of brings it all together. Okay, now it's time for lashes. So this is where you can kind of pick or choose if you want to go that boom with this look. Of course, this is, you know, your everyday glam. You're actually gonna take these some lashes. So they're just like some little light kind of fluttery lashes, so nothing too crazy. And then I have these Glam by Sham. Y'all, these are amazing. Get you some eyelash holders, so it'll kind of help you put your lashes on. Almost forgot, we need to put mascara on. Like, we primed our lashes, but we gotta also put mascara on before we go in with the falsies. So I'm gonna be using this Milk makeup. This is the Kush mascara. When you're doing mascara, you want to actually comb the top of your lashes. Be very careful, because I've definitely gotten mascara on my face before. Hopefully we don't do that today. Of course. We'll get that in a second. Okay, so you kind of get an idea of my lashes right now. So they're pretty long. I mean, hey, like I said, we can leave this look how it is and then we keep pushing, but gotta add in some lashes. I'm gonna let this dry down some because I don't want to go in right now and try to fix it, because then I'll just smear it and make it worse. We don't want to mess up anything. But now we can actually put our lashes on. So what I like to do is take this and I like to get in the middle of it right here. And then I like to put it down on the middle of my lash. So yeah, as you can see, it's stuck. And then I like to go in and put the outer corner on, which actually, no, I need to bring it in a little bit more. Ouch. Pulling on my eyeshadow, on your eyelashes. I need to bring it in a little bit more because I don't even have glue on where I was trying to set it down. Go in with a little more glue. Okay, so lashes are on. As you can see, you just add a little bit more to it. And then I'm gonna go in with this guy. Pick this up during the sale as well. It's like a lash curler and fuser. So it's supposed to help fuse your lashes to the false lashes so that they blend together real well. First time using it, so if it's not right, my apologies. So yeah, we're just gonna go like that. Okay, let's see how this works. So yeah, so it's curling my lash. Hope I'm not doing this backwards either. I am, y'all. I mean, same thing. Perfect. Y'all don't make fun of me with this black mark on my nose. I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it. I feel like, I know y'all can't really see it, but I feel like it did like blend my lashes into it. So yeah, it did what it was supposed to do. It understood the assignment. All right, so next up, let's go ahead and get this cleared up here. I'm actually going to take my foundation. No, hold on. We're gonna take our powder brush. Hopefully this don't jack up nothing, since I put highlight there. Okay, that didn't do much. Okay, that did it. All right, I was getting a little nervous there. So now we are actually going to set the face. Going in with this Charlotte Tilbury. This is their Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Love it. Y'all know I got this. I got 2 of them in a set during the Sephora sale. So yeah, we're just gonna set this entire bead. Oh, you know what? I haven't even been using this one. I need to hide it. False alarm. This is one I've been using. So yeah. Now is when I like to go in and do my under eye or kind of smudge out, just to kind of smoke it out a little bit. So I'm going to take that same shade Booked that we used in the outer corner and take my little pointer brush again, dab a little bit in there, and I'm actually going to go underneath my eye. Last but not least, we want to also put mascara on the bottom lashes. I like to just kind of like swipe it on. I know some people comb it, but I know that's how I get mascara on my body, or like on my face. So yeah. Alrighty, okay. So face is complete. I noticed my lashes looking a little bit. Sorry, I'm keeping y'all around because I just want to let y'all know it ain't always perfect over here. Just want to make sure that is pressed down. If all else fails, just keep some lash glue in your purse. Okay, last but not least, we still got to get these lips together. Like I said, if you just prefer gloss, look, you can just keep pushing after this. Look, this final look. But you know, we just want to add a little bit. Look, my lips are still moisturized. I don't think it's too much to where it should affect like how I do. If you feel like your lips are a little too moisturized, you can just take a paper towel and blot your lips out, which I kind of might. This one's a smidge dirty, but I didn't use the inside of it. But yeah, we're just gonna pat that on. Just lost my lip gloss. We'll grab that in a second. But yeah, so I'm gonna take this Makeup Forever. This is the Artist Color Pencil. This is in Limitless Brown. Perfect brown shade. And And if you're doing a nude lip, sorry, I know this looks crazy, you want to kind of bring it in a little bit more, because sometimes, especially for darker skin tones, if you use a lighter like liquid lipstick or even just a lipstick, it can be like, ooh, too ashy. So you just kind of want to color in the more so the outer portions of your lips. Next up, I'm going to take this Morphe. This is the True Story. I believe this is a liquid lipstick, yeah. So, but the shade is True Story. So it's kind of like a nice little brown. So we're just gonna put that in the middle of the lips. Once again, you can, well, of course, don't leave it like this. Blend it out some more, but you can just use these two shades. But I'm gonna do a little bit more. So next I'm gonna go on top of that. And this is in Taunt. So this is more of like a pinky nude. All right, so our liner, of course, just got a little bit smudged out, so we're just gonna go back over it. All right, once again, you can not really leave it like this. We're gonna blend this out a little bit more. Sorry, a little ham on this side, because now I don't, it's like more on this side, not on that side. We're gonna get it together, y'all. So I feel like this is a good nude lip. This is a Fenty Beauty. I got it in a part of, I think it's a holiday package last year, but this is a gloss bomb in Baby Brute, like Brute like champagne. So cute little like little shimmer. So I just want to add just a little bit to it. Like I said, you can leave this as is, but if you want to add a little bit, just kind of go across the top here, in the middle, and blot it out. All right, y'all, so this is the final look. I just want to say the Beat Bib saved the day. This is all the powder that ended up on here and not on my actual clothes. But yeah, but this is the final look. Get into it. This is like the perfect everyday look. Definitely loved how this look turned out. I hope that you enjoyed watching me use some of the products, actually talking through today's video. I'm sorry if it's a little too long. I'm gonna try to, you know, work my magic when I'm editing it. So editing Bree, make sure you work your magic. But yeah, sorry, I took my scarf off. We still got braids in, so yeah, but I was laying my edges to make sure everything looked good together. But once again, I loved how everything turned out. I hope you learned some great BFF tips and Bree tips along the way, as far as, you know, blending. Remember our 2 words. It was blending and building. Blending and building. So yeah, so just make sure that you keep practicing. I know I've always had people ask me, you know, like, how did you do your makeup? And then of course, you know, I try to explain it the best way I can, but it just takes practice, y'all. That's literally like years of practice that's gone into this, where I actually feel confident of, you know, quickly putting a look together and just having it all come together. And as you can see, it's a simple beat. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it when y'all like the video. So y'all watching, make sure you like, thumbs it up, comment down below what you thought of it. If you've been able to try some of these products, let me know what you thought of them. And then also subscribe to the channel so you don't ever miss any uploads from me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.